What's up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, The Hot Commodity and C, and you're checking out our WWE Friday Night SmackDown recap from September 22nd, 2023, live in Phoenix, Arizona. And we kick off Friday Night SmackDown with the greatest of all time, John Cena, as he's introduced. Cena comes out and says, "Tonight is a special night. I don't want to be no referee. I don't want to be a host. I don't want to be a backstage correspondent. I came back to compete, and tonight I want to have a match. I'm excited and angry, and I'm angry at the bloodline. As luck would have it, I found a partner, a phenomenal partner." And that's when AJ Styles comes out. AJ says, "Let me get this straight. You want us versus the bloodline. You want some, come get some." And then Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso come out to they get on the apron. Jimmy jumps off the apron and they leave AJ and John Cena in the ring waiting for a match, but not tonight. We then get a special tag match. We have the United States champion Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar with Zelina Vega taking on the Street Profits with Bobby Lashley. Before the match can happen, Cena and AJ Styles ask Adam Pearce backstage to get a match tonight. Pearce says he has to get the approval from Paul Heyman before he can make the special tag match. So we find out later on what's going to happen. But with Santos and Rey taking on the Street Profits, Bobby Lashley slams Rey Mysterio onto the apron, but Rey Mysterio is still able to roll up Angelo Dawkins and get a 3 count victory. After the match, Bobby Lashley leaves the Street Profits in the ring. So next week, we're going to see Rey taking on Santos for the United States title, but LWO has the victory over Street Profits. But it looks like Bobby Lashley is not happy with the team that he has picked to promote. We'll find out later what happens there. We see Austin Theory come out and he yells at Michael Cole and destroys the announce table, saying he got all the YouTube 153 million views. He's talking about The Rock's return last week. The YouTube channel last Friday had 153 million views of The Rock destroying Austin Theory, and Theory is pissed about it. We then get a promo from Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. They claim they are the reason why the women's tag team champions have continued to get injured, and they put a curse on the titles. Very interesting. We then see the Brawling Brutes. They challenge Austin Theory and Grayson Waller to a tag match. Bobby Lashley yells at the Street Profits backstage. Lashley says, "If you can't pull the trigger, sit in catering and I'll find someone who can." Bobby trying to pull the ruthless side out of the Profits. Next, we have the WWE Women's Championship on the line. The Women's Champion Io Sky with Damage Control defending against Asuka. The 14-time Women's Champion Charlotte Flair comes out before the match to come to ringside. The match starts. It was actually a very good match between these two. Asuka applies the Asuka lock. Bayley puts Io's foot on the ropes, and Charlotte Flair attacks Bayley. Io nails Asuka from behind and nails the over the moonsault to retain. Io Sky is still your WWE Women's Champion. And will Charlotte Flair challenge Io next? It seems as if Charlotte wants to become a 15-time Women's Champion. We'll see. Great match between Io and Asuka there on SmackDown. We see Adam Pearce backstage with the contract for a tag title match. Paul Heyman says, "As long as it's not tonight, we'll have the tag match." And Adam Pearce says, "Fastlane will be the time." Jimmy Uso says, "It's fine. We'll sign in the ring tonight." Paul then says, "Jimmy, decisions need to be approved by the tribal chief." And Solo then tells Paul, "Don't worry. After tonight, there won't be anyone to fight us at Fastlane." So the Bloodline has a plan. We then have Grayson, Waller, and Austin Theory taking on the Brawling Brutes. Before the match can take place, we see a promo of Pretty Deadly. Kip Wilson is training Elton Prince to get over his injury. He's making it like he's like has this life-altering injury, but it's only a separated shoulder, which should get better anytime. But I like this gimmick. They did this with Randy Orton when he was out. I find it funny that Pretty Deadly is being overly dramatic about getting a separated shoulder. We then get, like I said, the Brawling Brutes taking on Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. The end comes after Waller hits a rolling stunner to Ridge Holland and Austin nails A-Town down. And these two guys are doing great on SmackDown. They could potentially be #1 contenders for the tag team titles. I wouldn't mind seeing these two guys, but I like their single work better. And I'm more of a fan of Austin Theory than Waller, but we'll see. We have John Cena coming out for the contract signing. Before AJ Styles can come out, we see backstage footage of Jimmy Uso destroying AJ. Solo then jumps off the landing onto AJ Styles through all of these tables. Mex and John Cena arrive backstage, and AJ Styles is stretchered and put in an ambulance. Mia Yim and Ken Anderson are backstage. Carl tells John Cena that he told AJ to not get involved with this bloodline stuff. Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, and Jimmy Uso then come out. Paul says, I have a contract with John Cena, who has no tag team partner for Fastlane. Jimmy steals the mic. Jimmy says, look what happens when you mess with the bloodline. John Cena, if you are smart, you will go far away from the bloodline. John Cena runs out. He tosses Solo into the ring steps. He goes for an FU, but then Jimmy Uso super kicks John Cena. Solo hits a Samoan spike. They stomp John Cena. A second Samoan spike. Jimmy does the you can't see me taunt and nails 2 Uso splashes and signs the contract. No one comes out to save John Cena. And it looks like the bloodline has John Cena's number. And they're definitely leaving a threat to everybody backstage saying, don't mess with us. Look at what we did to AJ Styles. I don't know who will be John Cena's tag team partner at Fastlane, but the match is booked Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa versus John Cena, and I'm guessing a mystery partner. Who will have balls enough to stand up to the bloodline? We'll find out. Overall, this is a decent episode of SmackDown. The women's title match was probably the best match of the night, but we're on the road to Fastlane, and I'm so excited. I want you guys to stay safe, stay uncensored.